burnt paper. Black. No moving. And then the blast wave hits them. And they fly apart like leaves.
Dreams. The end of the world are very common.
It's not a dream anymore, it's real. I know the date it happens.
I'm sure it feels very real to you.
On August 29th, 1997, it's gonna feel pretty fucking real to you, too. Anybody not wearing 2 million sunblock is gonna have a real bad day. Get it? Good, you think you're safe and alive?
Netanyahu rejects Joe Biden order and vows relentless strikes on terrorists. Benjamin Netanyahu has defied Joe Biden's calls for a ceasefire to continue Israel's unrelenting bombardment of the Gaza Strip. The Israeli Prime Minister claims to have killed more than 150 terrorists, including senior Hamas commanders, during dozens of strikes carried out over recent days. But observers say that many of the victims have been innocent children. Today the Palestinian death toll climbed to 212, including 61 children. The escalating tensions and Israel's ability to massively outgun Palestinian militants has led to increasingly loud calls for a ceasefire over fears that civilian casualty numbers will continue to rise. U.S. President Joe Biden waded into the mix yesterday, issuing his strongest words yet on the volatile region's decades-old conflict. The Democrat encouraged Israel to make every effort to ensure the protection of innocent civilians and expressed his support for a ceasefire during a phone call with his Israeli counterpart. But Mr. Netanyahu's reaction quickly made it clear that he hadn't heeded the U.S. president's pleas. He vowed that his country will continue striking at the terrorist targets. Israel's Defense Forces, IDF, say that 120 Hamas militants have been killed and another 25 are members of Palestinian Islamic Jihad. It comes after the IDF said that they had fired more than 3,000 rockets from Gaza at Israel over recent days. Around 90% of these were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system. But more than 200 made it through, killing 10 Israeli civilians, including a child. These attacks came after Hamas waded into ongoing tensions between Muslims and Jews in East Jerusalem.
America's support for Israel's security must be rock solid. And as Iran continues to launch ballistic missiles, while it arms and funds its terrorist proxy Hezbollah, we must stand with Israel. As Hamas maintains its control of Gaza and fires rockets across Israel's southern border, we must stand with Israel. And as ISIS and civil war in Syria destabilize the region, displacing millions and threatening shared security interests, we must support all those affected by ongoing violence and terror, and we must stand with Israel. Our defense relationship is critical to both nations, which is why I support the United States' commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. It is why I support full funding for Israel, including for the Arrow, David Sling, and the Iron Dome missile defense systems, which save lives. And that's why I am fully committing to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles and great millstone who still rule well, okay? And Barakatham to you brothers as I had teaching this truth with faith and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom, okay? And I'm going to dive right into the scriptures. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom and his purposes, that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Okay? Surely Amalek, who is the chief house of Edom, who are currently over there in Israel, you know, shooting missiles and shit. Okay? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Okay? Surely he shall make their inhabitants desolate with them. Okay? So those Amalekites, okay, Amalek is going to draw America out into this world war, out into World War III, okay? And, you know, both of them going to get nuked. You know, both of them going to get blown, the kingdom come, you know? Okay? And hopefully this Israel-Palestine conflict continues. You know, Lord willing, Slakia. Lord willing, that conflict it becomes, you know, even greater than what it is, you know. And Turkey, I believe they call him a president or whatever. Turkey, the president of Turkey, Erdogan, he's put out a statement saying that Biden has blood on his hands for that new nuclear arms deal that he just did with Israel. You know, and he's supposedly a so-called ally in the NATO, I believe. And that goes into, let me get this scripture. That goes into Revelation, I believe, chapter 17. Yeah, Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and make her desolate and naked, and burn, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Okay? And if you go into those 10 horns, if you go and break it down, the definition, 10 horns means powers, man. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Who is the whore? America. America's own allies will turn. America's own allies will begin to hate the whore, and so make her desolate and burn her and eat her flesh with fire, man. Salakia, that did not come out right. These shall hate the whore, and so make her desolate and naked, and so eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay? How does that happen, man? With none other than those nuclear missiles. You know? And if I could go get this is Isaiah chapter 9 and 5. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. You can't break that down. You know, you can't break it down any more clear than that. Because in the old days, you know, you used to go to war with spears, swords, and bow and arrows, and, you know, it was, the battle was confused noise, man, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. Talking about those nuclear missiles, man. And let's get 2 Peter chapter 3 in verse 10, okay? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. And it's going to come as a thief in the night to you people that think America is just going to keep on going on, you know? You see, America is about to be destroyed, man. America is about to be wiped off the face of the earth, okay? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that there are in shall be burned up. Okay? And like I said, you can't break it down any more clear than that, man. Those nuclear missiles, you got China, Russia, they've been developing missiles that can carry up to 10 nuclear warheads, man. One missile that could carry up to over 10 nuclear warheads. And only one of those missiles are capable of taking out the whole goddamn state of New York, the whole goddamn East Coast, and they're going to shoot every nuclear missile that they have in their arsenal, man. This place is going to be destroyed. America's defenses, they're not going to stand up, man. Because Yahweh Shai is going to put his spirit on those missiles to hit each and every one of their targets, man. And they're not going to be stopped. Okay? And that's pretty much all I want to go into on this lesson, man. It's getting hot, man. And hopefully, man, Lord willing, Lord willing, by this summer, man, the shit just gets, man, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles and great millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Hope you are edified.